What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Anthony Spritz, and for this video I'm gonna be trying something different. So if the sounds a little off or whatever, it's because I'm doing it through my phone as opposed to how I normally do it. But anyway, yesterday was the PlayStation State of Play, and it was surprisingly well rounded. So that's what this video is gonna be about, And I'm just gonna give y'all my little bitty thoughts on the whole showcase and what I thought was cool and what's coming up. And I was actually pretty surprised by how consistent it was with the titles that they announced. There's a lot of good indie titles, a lot of bigger titles. I don't know if there was any AA titles, but a lot of indies, a lot of good bigger ones, and it was just cool. The showcase is usually lacking some department, whether it's just showing bigger games and not smaller ones or vice versa. So yeah, anyway, that's me rambling. But if you you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope everybody's doing good, and we just about to bungee jump right into this thing, man. Let's get y'all. Look, I just switched right back to my old setup, make sure that the sound was nice and crispy, right? How y'all boys doing? Y'all people's doing, man, out here? Excuse the air conditioner sound and little bitty sounds in the background and stuff, but we gonna jump right into it, man, because I'm excited to talk about this PlayStation State of Play yesterday. So, they was announcing some heat, man. First game I want to talk about is the 007 James Bond game that they announced that was being made by the same publishers or the same creators of Hitman. So that's gonna be heat. I was really excited to see a new James Bond game, and it looks like they really snapped and tried to give him his due diligence and his respect. They put some respect on his name, as it should be. And this seems to be like an origin story before he got the little 00 title. So I'm excited, man. I'm trying to see what that's hitting for.
Tell me, what do you do, James?
Lately, headhunting.
Of course, you have that at the end of the showcase they had the Marvel token Fighting Souls, which I had already seen from other YouTubers in the game space, but it was cool to see the actual announcement. Really creative Marvel themed fighting game by the developers of Guilty Gear. And if you are in the fighting space or know anything about fighting games, Guilty Gear is one of them games, man, that real fighting gamers, like, they really go about Guilty Gear. They on some cult level love, okay, about Guilty Gear, and I can attest to that. But moving right along, another heat title that I'm really excited for is Silent Hill F. Now, I haven't played the remake yet, but I gotta play the Silent Hill remake, Silent Hill 2 remake, I believe. But this looks really cool. Got the little Japanese girl and the horror aesthetics, and it's set in 1960s Japan. So yeah, that's interesting in itself. But yeah, Silent Hill F looks real heat, real scary. Lots of cool art direction. So I'm excited for that. They announced the Final Fantasy Tactics Chronicles coming to PS5. It's got the classic and enhanced version, and for all the Final Fantasy fanatics out there, Final Fantasy Tactics is up there. You can ask anybody that really knows their stuff about Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy Tactics is up there. So it's cool to see that situation come out, and relatively soon, September 30th, I believe. So yeah, moving right along, man. Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. Hey, I'm really excited for that one, man. I know that's gonna be some heat. They announced all type of modes for this one. They got like an online mode. They got they bring it back to Ape Escape mode. Like that looked pretty clean. So I think that this title is definitely gonna be a real gem. Like, they really are packing a lot of love into this Metal Gear Solid remake, and as they should, because Metal Gear Solid is a classic, man. Who doesn't love that boy Snake, man? Of course, at the towards the end, they had like the Ghost of Yotai special, where they're announcing that they're going to show more later on, and I didn't mind it because I want Sucker Punch to cook, man. Let them cook. Let them, when they ready to show us something, they're gonna show us something that's gonna be heat. The first Ghost of Tsushima, bro, my favorite games ever. So they got a lot of points with me. They got some brownie points. So I'm gonna let them rock, man. Y'all gotta let them boys, but let them people cook, bro. Let Sucker Punch cook. There's a new update for Astrobot that looked pretty cool, where they're adding new levels and new bots and stuff like that. That's coming in July. That was clean. Pragmata is another one. Now this game was announced in 2023, I believe, and you know, it's like the astronaut game. If you know, you know. I'll try to put like the original trailer, the announcement trailer in here, but they actually showed gameplay for this one, and it looks really cool. You know, you're like an astronaut, you got the little girl, you know, little blonde girl, and she's like an AI bot thing, and you're fighting, you know, bad robots. It's got that Death Stranding Terminator thing going on, but hey, I want to see more. I want to see more of this and see what's going on and how it's really gonna evolve when it comes out. Shoot, what else we got here? Another one I really wanted to talk about, for real, was there's a new Suda51 game. I'm scrolling right now. I'm trying to find that. It's called I think it's called Romeo's Dead Man. That looked clean. I love Suda51 because he always has these off the wall, crazy like ideas for titles and stuff like that. And besides Suda51, him and Hideo Kojima are kind of like the go-to guys for just new ideas and like crazy stuff. So I'm excited for that one for sure. That one had me geeked. Like, shout out to Suda51. Shoot. And also they have a new fighting stick for, you know, obviously in honor of the new fighting game they got coming out, all type of stuff. New Ninja Gaiden game is a 2.5D platformer, something like that. All right, wrapping this little thing up, man. Look, they have a game called Ties of Tomorrow, which is like a multiplayer game, but it's also got like a single player story game thing going on where you can kind of see other characters decisions and stuff like that. So that one had an interesting theme. I'm curious to see how that's gonna work at all, but that's coming out next year. They have Swords of the Sea by the people who made Abazu and The Pathless and those type of things. So it's more of like a vibey game, but it looks pretty sick. You're like surfing on a sword and stuff. So I'm curious to see how that shit works too, because that game looks pretty lit. Have my attention. There's a new game that's like a climbing game, like you literally like climbing mountains and stuff like that. Interesting, very interesting looking game. I don't know if it's up my alley, but you know, I'm always up for new ideas and shit like that. So shout out to it's called Survival Climber Karn, I think if I'm pronouncing that right. What Karn is Landing. I'm tripping, I'm reading some shit. But Karn is Landing, so that one I might keep my eye out for that one. They got a new Digimon game coming out, a new arcade golf game, which I actually like these. I played these back in the day. Like, arcade golf is actually heat, so don't sleep on the arcade golf game, bro. You know, everybody's golf hot shots, I believe. I'm gonna look up these titles and put them in the video so I'm not messing things up. But yeah, new golf game and a couple other things, man. It was a solid state of play. There's also some new stuff coming out, you know, and everything seemed to work in a way that I was surprised by, man, because usually these state of plays and these game showcases, these developers be dropping the ball sometimes. So I'm happy to see something so well rounded, man. So then my little bitty thoughts. I've been rambling, but I want to know what y'all think, what y'all got going on, how y'all feeling, how y'all doing, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Let me know, man. And if y'all like this video or come across this video and it entertains you, and you made it to the end, thank you. Consider leaving a like, you know what I mean, subscribe to the channel, leave them comments, do your thing. But you know what, I'm not gonna drag this out, man, just like that. I'm gone.